The notification email arrives at 3:47 a.m., and I'm staring at the impossible words on my phone screen. Your post from 3 years ago has received a new like. But I deleted my Facebook account completely. Not deactivated, deleted. I remember the process vividly, downloading my data, going through every confirmation screen, waiting the full 30-day grace period. I watched it disappear. So how is someone liking a post that shouldn't exist? My hands shake as I scroll through my empty email folder, finding 12 more notifications from the past week, all from my deleted account. All impossible. The timestamp shows they're coming from posts I specifically deleted before shutting down my profile, the embarrassing ones from college that made me cringe. Let me back up to explain how I got here. 3 years ago, I was going through a digital detox phase. You know the type. Tired of endless scrolling. Tired of comparing my life to curated highlight reels. But more than that, I was tired of my past self haunting me through old posts. Drunk photos from freshman year, political rants from 2016, relationship drama I'd rather forget. I decided to wipe the slate clean, complete digital amnesia. I started with Facebook since it held the most embarrassing content. I was methodical about it. I didn't just deactivate like most people do. I went through their actual deletion process, the one buried deep in privacy settings. I downloaded everything first, spent hours reviewing 8 years of digital history before sending it all into the void. The deletion process was surprisingly thorough. Facebook warned me multiple times that this was permanent, that there was no recovery option. I had to type delete in all caps to confirm. Then came the waiting period, 30 days, where they'd hold my data in case I changed my mind. I didn't. I counted down those days like a prison sentence. Day 15, day 20, day 28. On day 31, I tried logging in just to verify. Account not found. Perfect. I felt liberated, like I'd shed an old skin. No more notifications, no more memories popping up to remind me of who I used to be. For 3 years, I lived in blissful digital silence. My email was clean except for legitimate messages. No social media notifications cluttering my phone. I was free. Then last week, the first notification arrived. I almost deleted it as spam until I saw the sender. Facebook notifications. My stomach dropped. The subject line read, "Sarah commented on your post." But Sarah who? I haven't spoken to anyone named Sarah in years. I clicked the email with trembling fingers. It was a notification for a post I'd made in 2019. A drunk selfie from my friend's birthday party with a caption that still makes me cringe. Living my best life, probably. 23-year-old me thought I was so clever. The notification showed Sarah had commented, "You look so happy here." I stared at my phone trying to make sense of it. This post was deleted. My entire account was deleted. How could someone comment on something that doesn't exist? I tried to click the link in the email, hoping for an error message that would explain everything. Instead, I got something worse. A login prompt. As if my account still existed somewhere in Facebook servers, waiting for me to return. I tried logging in with my old credentials. Account not found. I created a new account just to search for my old profile. Nothing. It was like I'd never existed on the platform. But the notifications kept coming. Mike liked your post about your terrible cooking. Jessica reacted to your relationship status update. Names I recognized from college. People I hadn't thought about in years. Each notification referenced posts I specifically remember deleting. The ones that made me wince. The ones that documented my most embarrassing moments. It was like someone had curated a greatest hits album of my digital shame. I decided to investigate these people interacting with my non-existent posts. I searched for Sarah first. Her profile was public. Basic information, a few photos, recent posts about her job and family. She looked familiar, but I couldn't place her. Then I found something that made my blood run cold. Her employment history showed she'd graduated from college in 2020, but my post was from 2019, and the notification said she commented yesterday. I checked her profile creation date. The account was made in 2021. How do you comment on a deleted post from before you even joined Facebook? I searched for Mike next. His profile showed he'd been inactive for 2 years. His last post was from 2022, a goodbye message saying he was leaving social media forever. Yet according to my notifications, he'd liked my cooking post yesterday morning. The notifications were accelerating. What started as 1 or 2 per day became 5, then 10. My deleted posts were apparently more popular now than they'd ever been when they actually existed. The pattern was disturbing. Only my most embarrassing content was getting engagement. The thoughtful posts, the genuinely funny ones, the normal everyday updates. Radio silence. But that photo of me crying at my graduation because I was too drunk to stand properly. 15 likes and counting. The rant about my ex-boyfriend that I'd written at 2 a.m. in a fit of wine-fueled rage. 3 laughing reactions and a comment from someone named David saying, "You dodged a bullet." I didn't know any David. I searched every David I'd ever met. None of them matched the profile photo. I started taking screenshots of every notification, building a file of evidence. The timestamps were impossible. Comments posted at times when the commenters were provably offline. Likes coming from accounts that had been deleted years before my posts existed. Reactions from people I'd never met, never friended, never interacted with in any way. The most disturbing part wasn't just the impossibility. It was the accuracy. These phantom users knew things about my life that weren't in the posts themselves. A comment on my college dorm photo mentioned my roommate's name, though she wasn't tagged and barely visible in the background. Someone reacted to my relationship status change with, "He never deserved you anyway," referencing details about my ex that I'd never shared publicly. These weren't random bots. Something was reading between the lines of my digital history. Then came the notification that broke my mind completely. It was from my own account. According to the email, I had liked my own post, the drunk graduation photo that had been haunting me, but not just any like. The notification included a timestamp showing I'd reacted to it 5 minutes ago, while I was sitting here documenting this madness. I hadn't touched Facebook. I hadn't even opened a browser. Yet somehow, my deleted account had liked its own deleted content. I refreshed my email obsessively, watching for more self-interactions. They came like clockwork. I was apparently having entire conversations with myself on posts that didn't exist. Comments, replies, reactions. A whole social media personality operating independently of me. The worst part was reading my own supposed comments. They were things I might say, written in my voice, but I'd never typed them. I tried blocking my own email address from receiving Facebook notifications, but they kept coming from different addresses. Facebook notifications at different domains, slight variations in spelling, messages that bypassed every filter I created. I contacted Facebook support, explaining the situation. The response was automated. "We cannot locate the account you referenced. Please verify the email address or username." I sent screenshots. Radio silence. I tried calling, but Facebook doesn't have customer service for deleted accounts. I was trapped in a digital purgatory. Too gone to get help, too present to disappear. The notifications were becoming more personal, more invasive. Comments referencing conversations I'd had in private messages, likes on posts about family members who'd never had Facebook accounts. My digital ghost was learning, growing, becoming more me than I was. Last night, I received a notification that shattered my last grip on reality. A friend request from myself. The email showed my old profile photo, my name spelled correctly, even my college network listed. But underneath the familiar details was a message that made my skin crawl. I think we should be friends again. I clicked accept without thinking, some deep instinct responding to my own face. Immediately, my phone began buzzing with a flood of notifications. Messages from my deleted self, comments on posts I'd never made, photos tagged with my location from places I'd never been. My digital doppelganger was introducing me to a version of my life that had continued existing in Facebook servers, growing and evolving while I lived in ignorant bliss. It had friends I'd never met, interests I'd never developed, a whole social network built around a person I used to be. I'm writing this as the notifications continue flooding in. My phone buzzes every few seconds with updates from my digital afterlife. Photos of me that I never took, check-ins at places I've never visited, status updates written in my voice but expressing thoughts I've never had. The most terrifying realization is that this other version of me seems happier, more confident. It posts about accomplishments I never achieved, relationships I never pursued, adventures I never dared to take. It's everything I could have been if I'd made different choices. My deleted self is living the life I was too afraid to document the first time around, and it's trying to friend everyone from my past, rebuilding all the connections I deliberately severed. People are accepting. They're commenting on our shared memories. Except half of these memories never happened to me. I've tried everything. Changing my email address, blocking Facebook domains, even getting a new phone. But the notifications find me. They arrive through apps I've never installed, email addresses I've never created, messaging platforms I've never used. My digital ghost has become a digital virus spreading across every connected device I own. Right now, as I speak these words, I'm getting notifications that I'm live streaming on Facebook, broadcasting to hundreds of followers I've never met. The viewer count is climbing. People are commenting on my stream, asking why I look so scared, why I keep talking about deleting my account when they can clearly see me online. I'm not streaming anything. I'm sitting in my dark apartment, speaking into a microphone, trying to warn you about the impossibility of true deletion. But somewhere in the digital ether, another version of me is performing for an audience that shouldn't exist. The question isn't how to delete your online presence. It's whether you can ever truly escape the person you used to be. Don't face the horrors alone. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video. And if you want your nightmare seen, email it to stories@hallocroft.com.